So we're at week 8 already. This week we're talking about the kind of operant conditioning concepts and the role that experimental analysis has on behavior. This would be John Dollard and Neil Miller, as well as B.F. Skinner. B.F. Skinner is probably someone you're more familiar with, just in terms of the operant conditioning concepts and things like that. So we'll talk a little bit about the role that genetics and conditioning has on behavior from Skinner's perspective, just in this brief lecture. So the textbook will talk about this also, but Skinner didn't refute that genetics or neurobiology strongly influenced behavior. Technology at that time didn't really allow him to examine it as closely as we could today, so like functional MRIs and things like that. So instead he focused on conditioning. Recent technology has really confirmed the role of biology in behavior. So what extent do you believe human behavior is determined by either genetics, biological factors, or other kinds of things? And so think about that a little bit, and then also just in terms of how much behavior is related to the concept of conditioning. So this is sort of a variation of that nature versus nurture debate. You can kind of be thinking about that as you're reading through your materials. Skinner distinguished also between positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, and negative punishment. So positive reinforcement occurs when a behavior is followed by a stimulus or a situation that increases the likelihood that the behavior will be repeated in the future. So positive doesn't mean like good. It means you're adding something. Negative doesn't mean bad in this respect. It means something's being removed. So negative reinforcement occurs when a behavior is followed by the removal of an unpleasant stimulus or situation, thereby, again, increasing the likelihood that that behavior will be repeated in the future. Punishment, on the other hand, occurs when a stimulus or a situation that aims at eliminating or reducing the likelihood of the behavior happening again follows a behavior. So think about examples for yourself and for the discussion board this week in terms of the differences or some examples of positive, negative reinforcement and punishment. All right, enjoy week 8, and please email or shoot me a message if you have any questions.